The Soul Split Katana. What is it? What does it do? Why is it special? Let's talk about it. Also, this video will be anime friendly. We can talk about the sword and how it works without getting into spoiler territory. There are a couple of points from the manga that I'm going to bring up, but they will purely be data points with no context. So what is this thing? Well, it's a special grade cursed tool, which means it's very powerful. And just like the name implies, the Soul Split Katana can attack the soul directly. But what does that mean? Well, the best way to think about it is that it's going to ignore all physical resistances, meaning no matter how tough or durable the target is that you are slicing, this will cut through it like butter and hit the soul directly. So I specify physical because the Soul Split Katana can't just cut through anything. For example, it would be stopped by Gojo's Infinity, but something like a heavily armored tank or a diamond, it's going to cut through those things with ease. So this is obviously an extremely potent weapon. However, not just any average Joe off the street would be able to wield it. As the manga tells us, it ignores the hardiness of everything and cuts the soul directly. But in order to use it at its full potential, the wielder must have a pair of eyes that can see the souls of inanimate objects. Now, what does that mean? Who knows really? But Toji, with his heavenly restriction and his body that is just next level, has eyes that are capable of seeing the souls of inanimate objects. So he is capable of wielding this thing to its full potential. And we get to see this on full display during Hidden Inventory, where he basically shreds the Rainbow Dragon, which Geto tells us is his most durable curse. And this just makes complete light work of it. However, an important distinction about this that I think trips a lot of people up is that this thing is not a one-hit, one-kill blade. Just because it attacks the soul directly does not mean it's just going to end you on the spot. And we know this due to a couple times in the manga where things have been stabbed by this and they don't just get taken out immediately. We won't go into that for spoiler reasons, but the way to think about how this works is that it just does soul damage. A good comparison to think about are Yuji's punches, because we know those also attack the soul directly. So just like a punch from Yuji isn't going to guarantee one-hit KO you, the sword won't either. Obviously, it's very powerful and it can get the job done easier than a punch from Yuji since it's a blade as opposed to a blunt weapon, but it's just not a one tap you're out type of situation. Also, I would stand to guess that the damage from this thing can be healed, similarly to how, if you get punched from Yuji, that will ultimately heal as well. So it's not the same thing as Mahito's idol transfiguration, which we know cannot be healed. This sword isn't reshaping your soul, it's just attacking it directly. So the main bottom line from this is that it ignores durability. I also just want to throw it out there really quick that some of this is just my best guess from what we do know about the sword. It's of course possible that more information could come to light and some of this would need to be adjusted or updated. Finally, let me give a shout out to E. Abrams for sponsoring this video. I appreciate you, man. In the second half of your question, I did cut off here for spoiler reasons, but I will be talking about that part of your question in another video, so keep an eye out for that.